Welcome back to Beyond the Mortgage. I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we build a strong foundation with money principles. Our financial well-being is influenced by various principles and beliefs about money. In today's episode, we'll explore common money principles and strategies to manage them effectively. So let's get started. Money principles are the ideas and beliefs we hold about handling, saving, investing, and managing money. These principles shape our financial decisions and actions. Common principles include budgeting, living within our means, savings for emergency funding for the future, avoiding debt, and being financially disciplined. Identifying the money principles that most align with our financial goals and adapting them with unique situations is essential. We acquire money principles from various sources throughout our lives. Our parents, relatives, friends, teachers, and financial advisors can all influence our beliefs about money. We learn from books, blogs, podcasts, and personal experiences. The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter is a book I often recommend to family, friends, and clients. This book came out in 1997 and focuses on the importance of financial literacy from an early age. Throughout the book, the author explains how a person can increase their wealth by investing in assets and by being smart with their money. The overarching theme of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is how to use money as a tool for wealth and development. It destroys the myth that rich are born rich and explains why personal residence may not really be an asset, describing the real difference between an asset and a liability, and so much more. There are 3 lessons from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Working to learn new skills is more important than working to earn a paycheck. Choose a job that allows you to learn, gain experience, and build skills. Don't just sell your time. Assets pay you, but depreciating assets cost you. Only go into debt for cash flowing assets. Don't go into debt for depreciating assets. Ultimately, it's up to us to choose the money principles that resonate with us and guide our financial decisions. It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and refining our approach to money management. It's hard to know where to start, but these are some strategies that you can't go wrong trying them out. So develop a budget that suits you. A budget is a powerful tool to manage your money and keep you on track with your financial goals. You want to create a budget that aligns with your lifestyle and is realistic to your financial situation. By allocating your income wisely and controlling your spending, you can make progress towards your goals. I know budgeting can feel overwhelming, but it's worth the effort. Individuals who actively budget their finances are much more likely to achieve their financial goals than those who don't. We need to change how we look at budgets. Instead of feeling restricted, we should feel empowered to know where our money goes. Track your spending, record your expenses to understand where your money goes clearly. Tracking your spending helps identify areas where you can be overspending and enables you to make necessary adjustments to stay within your budget. It doesn't matter how much you're working if you spend more than what you're making. Invest in your future. Create a savings plan and invest in your future. Whether it's saving for major purchases, emergencies, or retirement, consistently setting aside money for the long term helps secure your financial well-being. An emergency fund is a dedicated pool of money set aside to handle unexpected expenses or financial setbacks. Whether it's a medical emergency or sudden job loss or a major car repair. An emergency fund is vital, and eventually life will teach you that lesson. By having a readily accessible fund, you can navigate challenging situations without resorting to high-interest debt or compromising your long-term financial goals. An emergency fund brings you peace of mind, financial security, and the freedom to navigate life's unexpected twists and turns. It's a powerful tool that empowers you to face adversity confidently and maintain control over your financial well-being. Imagine you're a diligent, hardworking individual named Sarah. You have a stable job, pay your bills on time, and feel financially secure. However, one day while you're driving to work, your car suddenly breaks down. You take it to the mechanic only to discover that the repair costs are substantial and beyond what you anticipated. Without an emergency fund, you'd be faced with a dilemma. You might be forced to put the repair costs on a credit card, accruing high interest debt that could take months or even years to pay off. This additional financial burden could strain your budget and make it challenging to cover your regular expenses. So what do you cut? Groceries, rent, credit card payments? Luckily, you have the foresight to build an emergency fund. You have diligently set aside a portion of your monthly income, creating a financial cushion for unforeseen circumstances. With your emergency fund, you can confidently pay for the car repair without disrupting your budget or accumulating debt. You can swiftly handle the situation and continue without the financial stress. This example demonstrates the true value of an emergency fund. It provides financial security, flexibility, and peace of mind. It safeguards against unexpected events that could otherwise derail your financial stability. By proactively building an emergency fund, you're prepared to face whatever challenges life throws you, knowing you have a safety net to rely on. No one ever looked back and regretted saving money. Automate your finances. Set up automatic payments for bills and contributions to savings or investment accounts. Automating your financing ensures that your financial obligations are met on time, even when life gets busy. It helps you maintain financial discipline and reduces the risk of missed payments. According to a survey by the American Bankers Association, 74% of American consumers believe that automating their finances, such as setting up automatic bill payments and saving contributions, have helped them better manage their money and stay on top of their financial obligations. So let's consider the example of Mark and Sarah, a couple in their early 30s, who want to save for a down payment on a house. Mark is diligent with his finances and decides to automate their savings, where a fixed amount of money is automatically deducted from their joint account and deposited into a separate savings account every month. This happens without a manual intervention or a decision-making required. Sarah, on the other hand, plans to manually transfer money into their savings account whenever they have extra funds available. Over the course of the year, Mark and Sarah face various unexpected expenses, including car repairs, medical bills, and a vacation. While both Mark and Sarah encounter their unplanned expenses, there is a notable difference in their savings outcomes. Mark's automated savings plan ensures that a consistent amount is deposited into a savings account each month, regardless of their expenses. This consistent approach helps them build a substantial down payment fund steadily. Even with the unexpected expenses, they still manage to accumulate a significant sum of money over the year. In contrast, Sarah's manual approach is affected by the fluctuations in their expenses. Whenever they encounter unexpected costs, Sarah tends to postpone or reduce the amount she transferred into their savings account. As a result, their savings grew at a slower pace and are more vulnerable to disruptions caused by unpredictable expenses. As time goes by, Mark and Sarah realize the impact of automating their savings. Mark's automated approach has allowed them to consistently build their down payment fund without disruptions, maintaining their progress towards their goal. In comparison to Sarah's manual approach, has been less effective due to the variability in their savings contributions. This example demonstrates the benefits of automating savings. By setting up automatic transfers, individuals can ensure that the predetermined amount is consistently set aside for their financial goals. This approach eliminates the need for constant manual decision-making and helps maintain the discipline needed to achieve long-term savings objectives. Automating savings encourages consistent progress and provides a reliable path to financial success. Educating yourself. Continuously educating yourself about personal finance. Stay informed about the latest financial news, investment strategies, and money management techniques. By expanding your financial knowledge, you can make more informed decisions and adapt to changing circumstances. Because a mistake, time and time again, is actually a decision you make. Now, let's shift our focus to the emotional side of money and how our principles can be influenced by emotional triggers. Money is a powerful emotional trigger because it touches many aspects of our lives. It's tied to our sense of security, social status, and our ability to achieve our goals and dreams. Let's explore how money triggers emotional responses and affects our financial behaviors. Emotional triggers are events, situations, or stimuli that evoke strong emotional responses in people. When it comes to money, triggers can be positive or negative. For instance, the anticipation of earning a large sum of money may bring joy and excitement, while the fear of financial loss can lead to anxiety and stress. Money can be used as a way to impress others or a marker of success, triggering feelings of pride and envy. There are 5 common ways that people use finances as triggers for emotional responses. Setting financial goals. Setting goals can be motivating and can bring a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction once achieved. It sparks excitement, motivation, and determination to work towards achieving those goals. Building financial security. Building savings provides a sense of security, peace of mind, and autonomy. Conversely, concerns about financial insecurity can lead to anxiety, fear, and stress. Spending money on experiences such as travel, dining out, or special events can evoke joy, happiness, and satisfaction, creating positive emotional triggers. Impulse buying can provide momentary pleasure, instant gratification, and excitement. However, it can also result in feelings of guilt, regret, and financial stress. Financial stress. Struggling with finances and worrying about money can be a significant emotional trigger, leading to feelings of helplessness, shame, and anxiety. According to the survey conducted by the Financial Planning Standards Council, 42% of Canadians reported that financial stress has a negative impact on their mental health. Additionally, a study by the Canadian Payroll Association found that 44% of Canadians feel overwhelmed by the level of debt, and 48% say they live paycheck to paycheck, indicating significant financial stress among a significant portion of the population. So what can you do to avoid being a part of this group? To heal from financial triggers and develop a healthier relationship with money, consider the following strategies. Identify your triggers. Take time to reflect on past experiences and events that have caused you emotional responses related to money. By identifying your triggers, you can develop strategies to manage and overcome them. Create a budget. Establish a budget that aligns with your values and goals. A budget provides boundaries and helps you make conscious spending decisions that align with your financial well-being. One famous quote on budgeting and savings is, "A penny saved is a penny earned," by Benjamin Franklin. This quote means that by saving even the small amounts of money, you can accumulate wealth over time. Additionally, another famous quote regarding budgeting and savings is, "Cut your coat according to your cloth," by Thomas Fuller. This quote suggests that you live within your financial means and budget your spending according to what you can afford. Both of these quotes emphasize the importance of budgeting and savings as a key aspect of personal finance. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your life, such as meditation and breathing exercises. These practices help you regulate your emotions and reduce impulsive spending. Being present in the moment allows you to make more intentional choices with your finances. Seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or a financial advisor when you need guidance and support. They can provide you valuable insights and help you stay accountable during challenging times. Consider joining a financial support group for additional camaraderie and encouragement. Practice self-care. Taking care of your overall well-being is essential. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. Taking care of yourself emotionally and physically enhances resilience when facing financial challenges. I've talked to a lot of people on both spectrums. Recently, the story of Jane comes to mind. She had always been very careful with her money, but when her husband lost his job due to corporate downsizing, they found themselves struggling to pay the bills and keep up with their mortgage. As a result, they were under immense financial stress for a prolonged period of time. During this time, Jan began to experience extreme anxiety and panic attacks. What once was mild financial worries turned into a constant state of fear and stress. She'd wake up each morning feeling nauseous and sick with worry about how she and her family would survive another day. Her chronic stress caused her to lose sleep and become less productive, leading to her eventual layoff from work due to poor performance. Eventually, with the help of family and friends, they were able to create a plan to get her back on her feet. Jane started to open up to people about her fears and worries and received a great deal of kindness and support from those around her. They all started to take steps to reduce expenses, earn additional income, and improve their overall financial situation. As they did, Jane's anxiety and panic attacks gradually disappeared. By taking steps to address the root of her anxiety and panic attacks, she was able to improve her overall well-being. Today, she is able to look back on a difficult period in her life and feel grateful for the lessons she learned about managing her finances and taking control of her mental and physical health. So ask yourself, if I did this, what is it going to do for me or the people around me? Remember, healing your financial triggers and embracing healthier money principles takes time and effort. It can be very overwhelming to hear all of this advice, but be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. By implementing these strategies and adopting positive money principles, you can create impact on your financial journey. And isn't that what we all want in life? So that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you found our discussion on money principles and emotional triggers valuable. Beyond the Mortgage is here to support you on the path of financial well-being. Make sure you follow our podcast and share it with anyone you think can find this valuable. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. If you like what you hear, let's connect on social media at Tracy Valko on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, remember, you got this.